Alright guys, Honey Hefe here, part 2 of the Savannah Apiary. And it's turning into a Savannah former apiary. This is my usual patterns in the mornings when I come out here. Stop by Whataburger, get a large Coke, get a coffee, some water, some headache medicine. I don't do well in the heat. This is something I've learned to bring with me. A lot of water, sombrero. Now these, I just used the last one here today, but I put one of those in. I got some of that compressed wood there. I'll bring a chair. I'll try to park in the shade. If I have a open area, I'll just leave my car running for a while. I usually mow from my truck to one of the points, and I'll mow around the truck a little bit. Doesn't matter where I park. And I usually mow around these steel beams here that my friends got laying out, just so the grass doesn't get too tall around it. But it looks like right now, from what I'm about to tell you, you'll see why it's not mowed. But anyway, let's see. There's going to be a part 3 to this. So I mowed up here. I used my good lawnmower, the one that I bought. I did replace the blade, had to use a torch to get the bolt off. My father-in-law helped me with that. Put the new blade on there, cleaned out the air filter, and the air filter fell off in front of the hives. And I think it sucked in some grass because it stopped running after I got about one pass around. And every time I started back up again, it would stop. And it's a full tank. I've checked the oil, I've added oil before I came out here. I just don't think I cleaned out the debris before I put the air filter back on. Now I need a new air filter anyway. So I tried starting it without the air filter on a few times, and I think whatever was in there, and I thought I saw some grass in there. I don't know why I didn't reach down there. Oh, I didn't want to get my gloves. I'm using my gloves. I didn't want to get gas on my gloves. So I just kind of ignored it. Anyway, so I used my Weedeater. Used all my batteries to get this much. That's the point. I don't have a perfect shape, but I've mowed out to all the points, or weed-eated, and they're pretty good around the very front. That's really the most important. Immediately around, all the way around. So if the fella wants to come out here with this tractor later, if he sees what I've done, he may be more willing to cut a little bit closer. Maybe not. I may come out here tomorrow with my other lawnmower. Anyway, there's something interesting I noticed. I have not dived into these just yet. Look at all that. I thought, what in the world? I'm stepping on the bed. All that propolis down there. That's not propolis. That's not beeswax. That's wax down there. That has melted, coming out of the box, and it's dripping down there. I've noticed it on the top. I thought, well, I added a small amount of beeswax. Like, this is a very small amount. A couple of years ago. So when I first noticed it, I thought, well, that's just the beeswax coming out, because the melting point of beeswax is so much lower. And this is a hive, this is an apiary that's kind of in the shade for a good part of the day. But I don't think it's the beeswax. I think it's just the combination of microcrystalline and paraffin wax. I need to change the concentration. I use the same paraffin wax that one of the other local guys, or I say local, Louisiana local. I use the same wax that he uses. He has a much bigger operation. But yeah, if you kind of look at it, even this box, see how it's like half? I don't know. Like it's melting off, dripping down, and then getting sucked. It won't be getting sucked back in for sure, but that's interesting. So I'll have to keep an eye on that. I mean, I'm still a big proponent of wax. I'll still use it. I'll do some research and I'll change the formula a little bit, but I'll still have a buttload of paraffin, or I still have a buttload of the concoction that I have at home. And so what I'll do is I'll just slowly add whatever I get, whatever the solution is, and it'll just dilute out over time and eventually get to it. I mean, it still looks better than the old boxes like the ones in the corner there. But it's just something to kind of notice. So if you waxed your boxes, let me know if you see that kind of stuff going on. That's the first time I've noticed it like that much. But I'm gonna take a break for a few minutes. I did as much as I possibly could today with the Lawnmower and Weedeater. I had planned to go over there. I plan to go to my other one I have further up north, the cow pasture, kind of double check that. And doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to do much. My family is just getting in from Pittsburgh. My son competed in the National Olympic weightlifting championship the other day, 109 kilograms weight class. He did well. He didn't win, but I mean, he's competing at a national level, so I'm very proud of him. And they're all coming in today, so I'd like to go see them. Anyways, so I'm just kind of rambling on here, but I will open that box up. I will probably open that box, that hive up over there on the far end. If it's not infested with small hive beetles and things like that, I will break it down and combine it with another hive. So I may go out to the larger apiary I have out there. I'm not about to bring that home. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for watching.